Hi, boys and girls. In math today, we are going to be partitioning shapes into fourths. So, what exactly does fourths look like? Cutting or partitioning shapes into fourths are partitioning them into 4 equal parts. So if I said I wanted to partition this square into fourths, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. Now, what makes them equal is the fact that they are the same size and the same shape parts. For my rectangle, I can partition it down and across to give myself 4 equal shares. And for my circle, I can partition it down and across to have 4 equal shares. And remember, equal means the same. Each share is the same size and the same shape. We also call fourths quarters. We call fourths quarters because there are 4 quarters in one whole dollar. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, 4 parts in one whole dollar. So another word for fourths is quarters. And since 4 quarters is one whole dollar, 1 quarter is 1/4 of a dollar. 1 quarter out of 4. Now, there is a numerical representation of 1/4, and it looks like this. If you look at this square right here, it is partitioned into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, only one part is shaded. So if we look at our representation again, 1 part out of 4 is shaded. 1/4 of the square is shaded. All right, so remember your definition for fourths is at the top. Partitioning shapes into fourths is cutting them into 4 equal parts. So if I wanted to partition my square, I would cut it down the middle and across. Now I have partitioned it into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when I say pause, I want you to draw a rectangle and a circle in your journal, and I want you to partition the rectangle and the circle into fourths. Ready? Pause. All right, now let's do the rectangle together. I'm going to partition the rectangle into fourths. Am I correct? If you said no, you are correct. This is not correct because the parts are not equal. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. However, they are not the same size or the same shape. So let's try again. Much better. I now have 4 equal parts. I partitioned the rectangle into fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to do the same thing with my circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have now partitioned the square, rectangle, and circle into fourths, 4 equal parts. Now I have 4 shapes that are already partitioned into fourths. They are already cut into 4 equal parts. What it's asking me is to color in 1/4 of the shape. So it wants me to color in 1 part of the 4. If you look at this rectangle, 1 out of 4 parts is colored in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, but only 1 is colored in. Let's do the next one. Now I have colored 1/4 of the circle in. 1 part out of 4 is colored in. Now when I say pause, I want you to draw the square and the oval in your notebook, partition it into 4 equal parts, and then I want you to color 1/4 of the square and 1/4 of the oval. Ready? Pause. All right, if your square and your oval looks like mine, you are correct. I colored in 1 out of 4 parts on the square. I colored in 1/4 of the square, and I colored in 1 out of 4 parts of the oval. I colored in 1/4 of the oval. Now it's asking me to color in 2/4 of each shape. So if 1/4 is coloring in 1 part, then 2/4 I'm going to be coloring in 2 parts. Now for my rectangle, I have colored in 2/4 of the shape. 2 parts out of 4 total parts are colored. 1, 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4 are colored. Now let's do the circle. Two-fourths of the circle are now colored. 2 out of 4 total parts are colored in. Now it's your turn. When I say pause, I want you to color in 2/4 of the square and 2/4 of an oval. Ready? Pause. All right, if your square and your oval look like mine, you are correct. I colored in 2 out of 4 equal parts on the square and 2 out of 4 equal parts on the oval. 2/4 of each shape are colored in. Now we're going to color 3/4 of each shape. I'm going to color in 3 out of the 4 total parts. I have 3 parts colored in, and there are 4 total. 3 of the 4 total parts are colored in. 3/4 of the shape is colored. Now, when I say pause, I want you to draw a circle, a square, and an oval. I want you to partition it into fourths and then color 3/4 of each shape. Ready? Pause. All right, if your circle, square, and oval look like mine, you are correct. On the circle, I colored 3 out of the 4 equal parts. 3/4 of the circle is colored in. On the square, I circled 3, or excuse me, I colored in 3 out of the 4 equal parts. 3/4 of the square is colored in. And on the oval, I colored in 3 out of 4 equal parts. 3/4 of the oval is colored. All right, now it is your turn to shine. On your seesaw activity, you have this post. So in the top row, it says circle the shapes that show fourths. So you're going to look at this top row of shapes, and if it shows fourths, then you are going to circle it. If it doesn't, you're going to just leave it alone. In the second row, it says color in 1/4 of each shape. So you're going to color in 1/4 of each of these 5 shapes in the second row. And on the very last row, you're going to partition each shape into fourths. So you're going to cut each shape into fourths. And when you are done with this seesaw activity, you are going to do prodigy fractions for 10 minutes. All right, have a good day, guys.